So Rayful Edmonds passed away. He was the age of 60. He was notorious DC drug kingpin. And I knew about him back in the day because back in the day, I had family in the DC, all around Maryland, Virginia area. Also, I used to follow the Georgetown Warriors back when Coach John Thompson was there, back when a young Patrick Ewing, when they lost at one tight at Carolina, but they turned around and they beat Houston, but they beat Five Slammer Jamma. Then they lost to Riley Massimino, and I remember that one in '85. But anyway, the point was is that the cat was big in the streets, and there was always kind of like people alluding to him. Um, where do I come down on the so-called hero worship of cats who destroy the community? Because people always romanticize it, and that is part of Jay-Z's lore. People always want to try to like they did this. Part of glorifying when they watch Scarface, part of alluring when they watch Superfly, part of that. That's always been somehow it gets romanticized. Um, but this here was very sad because he acknowledged it himself. He was responsible with the drugs and bringing the crack and the stuff in, even though he ain't totally responsible for it. Because let's be realistic, nothing comes into the hood without somebody hooking you up. Let's keep it 100. Cats just don't be. Now, the smarts of intelligence is wasted. Because Rayfield could have been a scientist. He could have been a chemist legally. Could have probably gotten something into Nassau. When cats waste away great potential because they get caught in the dollar and the dream. But see, that's the thing. Being a black man growing up in culture, you see the cars, you see the girls, you see the cribs. That lifestyle is always dangled. That's part of what Chuck D was talking about a long time ago when they talked about how MTV and the music videos was raising boys and never letting them become men. Because your mindset is off of Hot Wheels and hot chicks and all the stuff that is superficial. This dude ain't no hero. This cat is going to be glorified because people are going to look at it. But think about it. He got hit with all that time and he ended up passing barely when he got out. But the thing is, he had to turn into an informant, which most of them have to. But then again, most of your rappers are informants. Newsflash. Oh yeah, most of them. Because you think about the criminal enterprise that has become hip hop and what they do and what they say and what they attach their names to. Well, you can't say all that. I know you can say First Amendment. You ain't got no First Amendment when you black. They can snatch that like the wig off of your head. And then what? What you got? But his story is a cautionary tale, but he was running things inside and out. He just decided to cooperate because they're going to add more time to him. Truth of the matter is they knew what he was doing and he wasn't, and he was smart at what he did, but he wasn't that smart to not invest it. Cats like him and Rick Ross, who were, held to these standards and others, cats should be, if they use that to computers and agendas, they could be just as wealthy as Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. That's a sad reality when you think that you always have to hustle everything. And everything is a hustle, don't get it twisted. Black life carries a different weight and connotation. And for some, you don't think there's no way out. But when you destroy a community and what have you, you see the same old song and dance, no different than what you saw with Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes and others who before them. And then you have to run and hide and hope. This is just a sad reality. But and you have to have a certain faith to overcome it. But he's compelling in terms of his smarts to what he was able to conjure up in the business associates and the amount of money, if that intrigues you. However, it's nothing to worship. It ain't nothing to worship. Because to me, in all honesty, he just another buck dancer. It's the worst kind. It really is. This is the worst thing that you can one of the worst things you can possibly do, especially when you infiltrate your community and you're trying to be rewarded for something that's not a brother. That's a brother for the community. There really ain't. So that's how I look at him, you know. I don't wish anyone's early retirement away because he's only 60. And thoughts and prayers go to his family. However, that's the worst kind of shuffle job you can do. One of the worst shuffling jobs you can do. Because you taking down your home community for over what again? Because basically, and then these rappers and these people are, and I will say Jay-Z, Puffy, all of them, as far as I'm concerned, they're the worst sellouts there are known to man. Because they all doing it for white acceptance. They're not doing it for no community. And this is what has the industry, why it's a plantation. Look at what the music, the energy, the stylings, everything they put out. They're not putting on anything to uplift you. That's why they took Public Enemy out the mix. Think about it. They've done everything to counterintelligence your intelligence. And people fell for the okie doke and never recovered. That's why you got Snoop Dogg and some of these other people around here saying this stuff. And you know they give Kendrick Lamar a Pulitzer Prize and all this other stuff. He's got to get in on the ticket too. Because you got to diss and you got to be down with something. You got to signify, do something to justify the plantation. But, you know, that's all I got to say about it. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.